Hi, this is Cicely at YBCA's Community Engagement, and we're here on location in Oakland, visiting artists that are in the East Side Stories exhibition. I have with me here today Barney Haynes. Tell us about your background as an artist and why you live and work here in Oakland.
I started off as a painter many years ago when I was an undergraduate at UC Berkeley. I ended up in Oakland because I was born here, basically. Actually, I grew up in Berkeley, moved to Oakland about 24 years ago, lived down the street 3 blocks from here, and then moved over here about 6 years ago. Back to my progression, as I said, I started off as a painter. Started getting interested in video after I graduated and started going to California College of Arts and Crafts in the video department. Spent a great deal of time there, might have set a record for an MFA. My work's progressed from video into performance with video and then more into this kind of machine-based kind of interactivity. North and I were kind of sitting around and thinking about collaborating together, and the symbiont was in various pieces, as it still is, all over the floor, and we just started playing around with different parts of it and started exploring what it was like to take sections of it and let it just sort of kind of freely roll around and move in a space, and that became the genesis of this project here. We've been working on that ever since.
Tell me about your current obsession and how it's informing your artwork.
I would have to say one of my obsessions was collecting all of this stuff. I found myself driving down to San Jose to start buying, stuff. And so I would spend a great deal of time and money down there just going through all the shelves and looking at things and thinking about the potential of stuff and usually not buying things for any particular reason, except that it looked kind of interesting and had a lot of potential built into it. Lately, I've been more interested in using all this stuff, of course, taking a piece of machinery and giving it not, human emotions, but sort of an emotional state that you can read from it, so that when these things kind of writhe and move around, they have this emotive capability, being able to broadcast these kinds of states. Either it's, some kind of pathos, if you will. And that's been one of the things that I've been working with, is sort of a subtext of this piece and another piece that I did over at Ego Park. Where I was really interested in trying to make these things move in different ways that weren't purely mechanical, that had kind of something you could read as human in them. And in fact, one of the things that North and I are going to be doing during the show is we're going to be changing and working on the program during the length of the show. That's why, if you'll notice on the completion date's the end of the show. Because one of the things that I've always done is that pieces get worked on and changed and fixed and improved, one hopes, over the course of a show. So we'll be in the background, kind of monitoring, what's going on. We've arranged with YBCA to be able to have connectivity to it through the internet, and we'll be able to look and see what's going on data-wise. And in some ways, we'll be like the creature, because we'll only be able to see what the creature sees in terms of sensor data and video data, and we'll be trying to extrapolate what's going on. And then we'll be programming kind of accordingly, trying to say, well, maybe this would work better if we try this, and we'll try that, and it'll be this interesting thing where we'll be in sort of have the creature's point of view.
If you could venture an attempt at writing your obituary, what would you say?
Oh, God. I have different moments, I guess, and I can be pretty critical of myself. I'm pretty self-effacing. So I won't say obituary, but I always thought of an epitaph, and the epitaph would be after the fact. That's it.